All right, as you can see, today we're going to be talking a little bit about teamwork. So let me start with a story. When I was younger, my sister and I almost never got along, but when we did, we were totally unstoppable. Cookies on top of the fridge? Not a problem, we'll build a human ladder. Can't catch the dog to finger paint him? Not a problem, we'll corner him together. Eventually, my sister and I figured out that whenever there was a problem, it always went better if we worked on it together. Teamwork always put us ahead of the curve. In a company like Valleycrest, it's extremely important that each member of the team works this way. In order for productivity to skyrocket, to keep your boss happy, and to be even prouder of your work, it is imperative for the team members to work well together. Did you know that 39% of surveyed employees believe that people in their own organization don't collaborate enough? ClearCompany.com, who brought us that statistic, also tells us that 97% of employees and executives surveyed believe that lack of alignment within a team directly impacts the outcome of a task or a project. They have also told us that 86% of employees and executives cite lack of collaboration or ineffective communication for workplace failures. In order to avoid becoming one of these statistics, it's important that each of you here at Valleycrest learn to work together in a way that will only benefit yourselves and the company as well. There have been multiple studies done on teamwork, and each one has discovered that while teamwork might not be easy in the beginning, it is always beneficial to everybody involved. The first thing we're going to be talking about today is delegation. Delegation means that you're able to split up the work in a way that will enhance the outcome of the job. A big part of teamwork involves knowing the strengths and the weaknesses of each team member. Strong teamwork leads to dividing up tasks proficiently so that the most qualified people do each individual task. As you can imagine, without teamwork, this can be a quite difficult task to accomplish. As an example, let's say you need to give a group presentation. You have someone in your group who's good at researching, someone who's good at writing, and someone who's good at speaking. Would you have the writer speak, the speaker research, and the researcher write? Well, you could, but the outcome won't be nearly as good as it would be if you delegated those tasks to the person who had each skill. So what are some ways that you can delegate effectively here at Valleycrest?
Well, I have multiple people that work for me, and there's a lot of stuff that we have to do each day, and so I know, which employees I can give certain tasks to without having to worry about whether they'll be done correctly. So I guess just like you said, knowing what you can delegate that will get done properly.
Right, great. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to discuss is efficiency. Efficiency means choosing the optimum means to any given end. This means that we're always looking for a way to do something in the best way possible. Teamwork is extremely efficient. It allows more work to be taken in and done. And because the team will work quickly and efficiently, your team works better together. People who work together can accomplish way more together than people who are working apart. Imagine you've got to do a math problem. You could pencil it out, or you could put it into a calculator. The calculator is obviously a much more efficient means to the same end. Efficiency is a huge part of teamwork, so it's really important that we choose the calculator over the pencil whenever possible to enhance the efficiency of the team. Another perk to teamwork is the ideas that come from it. It should be pretty obvious that more people equals more ideas. Teams that work well together often feel more comfortable offering up ideas. Would you feel more comfortable bringing up ideas to a group of strangers or to a group of your friends? I think most of us would probably say the group of friends. So when your team becomes friends instead of strangers, you're opening yourselves up for much more ideas to come through. It has also been proven that the team members become more used to bouncing ideas off of each other and finding the solution that best fits the current situation. The team's ability to quickly find the best solution will grow as the team grows closer together. Teams also support each other, and that's something that not everybody can say. Strong teams are a support system for each member, and team members begin to rely on each other, and they often trust each other more. This bond can help the team when they face challenges. What's a way you can offer support to your team members?
I think always being willing to use your skills, to help other people on the team.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so next we're going to talk about patience and how teamwork takes time as well as patience. A strong team isn't going to happen overnight, and it may take a while to build this team, which will require patience. The outcome, which is a stronger team, is definitely worth the effort. The good thing is, utilizing patience when strengthening your team will teach you to have more patience in other aspects of your life as well. One of the biggest and best aspects of teamwork is the higher quality outcomes, which you'll discover are a natural occurrence when you work together. Once you get the team functioning as one, they will produce work that is higher quality than it was when they were working alone or working poorly as a team. The more you do something, the better you'll get at it. It doesn't make any sense that if you did something over and over, you never got any better at it. Higher quality outcomes at your jobs will build your portfolios, and from that, you will be able to get even bigger jobs, which you will also do well, and the cycle continues on and on. The sense of accomplishment we all get when we finish something is an amazing feeling. In fact, it's one of my favorite feelings in the world. But when you work on something as a team, that sense of accomplishment changes. Each individual on the team will have a bigger sense of accomplishment once they finish something as a team. By working on something together, your pride in yourself and in your team will swell. For example, a few months ago, my brother-in-law decided that he was going to put AstroTurf in his backyard. He could have paid someone to do it, but he decided he was going to do it himself. Even though we thought he was a little bit crazy at the time, my father-in-law, my husband, and I decided that we would help him, and together we accomplished a difficult task. After that, we were all extremely proud of ourselves and of each other. What's an example that you have of a time when you experienced an overwhelming sense of accomplishment with your team?
Last month, we had double the amount of work that we should have been able to produce with our amount of employees. But all the managers, we each worked extra time and worked weekends, and we had all of the people that worked for us working extra, and in that month we were able to do way more work than we should have been able to and keep our clients happy.
That's awesome. So this sense of accomplishment that you just described is something that stems from completing hard tasks, and that will lead you to want to take on harder things and to do them better as a team. The final thing that we can learn from teamwork that I'm going to talk about today is everyday leadership. Maybe you're the person who keeps everybody on track. Maybe you're the one who delegates responsibilities. Regardless of what you do, everyday leadership is sure to inspire enhanced teamwork. Be an example of what a good leader looks like. What are some examples you can think of that you could do on any given day to be a good example of everyday leadership to the other members of your team?
I try to show up to work a little bit early, and that way I can talk with the employees and just try to build stronger bonds with the guys that work for you, and always be on task when you're at work and not playing games and stuff, because I've seen that.
Right, so you're just being the good example for them to follow.
Mm-hmm.
So working in a team is something that most employers are very strict about. By applying a few of these tactics, you'll be part of a much better team. You'll get more done, and you'll get it done better than if you'd done it on your own. While it will take patience, the end result of having a much stronger team will be well worth the effort you put in. Let's try a little challenge of our own and see what we can learn from it. This week, and hopefully every week after this one, I challenge each of you to try to become a better team member. Work on finding out what each team member is good at. Have a meeting to determine what ideas you can think of to make your team stronger or to work more efficiently. Talk to your boss about doing team building exercises. And remember, if the cookies are out of reach, you're much more likely to get them if you work as a team. Thank you for your time.